Hi there, Melissa, and welcome back to my channel. So welcome back to another layout in the series with Danni that I'm doing for the Unscrapped Bundle of Joy. And this is basically, we're scrapping our children that haven't been scrapped as babies. And so for me it's Ava. And Ava was born on the 22nd of November. And so the last time we did a video, which was also our first video, I scrapped her as a newborn, and this month I'm scrapping her as a 1-month-old baby. So she was obviously 1 month on the 22nd of December, and she was our lovely Christmas baby. And I was really keen to make this a Christmas layout because it was very, very close to Christmas, obviously. So I'm using Pebbles Merry Little Christmas that I got from scrapbook.com. I have a haul video, I think I have hopefully put it up, that shows you what I got. I got it during the Christmas in July sale, and I wanted to get a collection that I normally wouldn't get in a hip kit, and I thought this one was super cute and just so perfect. And because I had been doing Scrappy Christmas in July, I was really, really into Christmas scrapbooking, so this is the first layout I'm making with it. So I used my Silhouette Cameo and just cut a number 1 out of that grid paper. That grid paper is from the 12 by 12 paper pad, and my plan is to have it have some foam around the edge of the one, and so it will lift up off the white cardstock, and then I'll just tuck elements in behind and slightly overlap. So that's my plan, and here I'm just going through, there's 2 different ephemera packs that I got. One is like icons and the other one has more phrases and things in it, but they're pretty similar. And normally I have to put things back into the packages that they come from when I've used them, but in this instance I've just put them all together. So this one has got 2 different sized packages. Some of these pieces are sort of held together and perforated, and you can pull them apart like I did there. I'm not loving that, to be honest, because then you end up with a perforated kind of straight edge when everything else is curved. But anyway, you can make it work. You can make it work by tucking them behind photos or other elements. So here, this is the other ephemera pack that I was talking about. I can't remember what it's called, but it's definitely got more words and phrases in it. And I think there's 2 packs as well. The smaller pack has the smaller pieces, and the bigger pack the bigger pieces. So I'm just going through and thinking about what I can use to go with this layout. Now, I was very concerned that this layout was going to be very plain. I didn't want to add any mixed media on that grid paper, but I did think about it. But then I wasn't really sure what I would do. I thought about some watercolour effects, maybe some of the Lindy's Magicals, but the colours in the Magicals that I have didn't go with this collection. And I also thought about hand stitching around the one, but I wasn't sure what colour thread to use. Probably white or even green, because there's a slight green, I mean not slight, it is green on that grid. So here I'm just showing you how I'm putting the foam. I don't need it to go to the edge. Obviously where the bottom of the one is and the top of the one is, it kind of is on the edge, but I just need it to lift up, and I'm moving it back from the very edge so that there's room for me to tuck things underneath. So just showing you the whole process here. Yeah, I loved taking photos of Ava around Christmas. I loved the idea of a Christmas baby. It was not a normal Christmas because, you know, a newborn baby is a lot of work, and she's our 4th child. So I had to let a lot of our Christmas traditions go. It probably took me longer than normal to finish my December daily. If I finished it, I have to actually check. I'm wondering, maybe I didn't even finish it. There was a year recently where I only got kind of half of it done, and I will go back and do it. So here I'm just showing you putting the double-sided tape down, and that is the best way that I find to adhere foam. And then I've also put some double-sided tape around the edge of my page, and my idea is that I will stick down the number first and then go and pull up the edge and stick the edges down, and you'll see what I mean when I get to that bit. So I've got 2 sizes of double-sided tape. The big wider ones are for the wider pieces, and so on and so forth. And I find that's the best way to work with foam. So then I thought, no, this is actually a little bit too plain. I'm going to have to do something. So I thought, let's do some mixed media on that white cardstock underneath the one, or what you will see is the one. So I'm using Heidi Swap Gold, which I'm nearly at the bottom of, and I have got another bottle, and also Heidi Swap Pink or Rose. So I don't know why it's got 2 names, but anyway, it's quite a vibrant pink when you first put it down, and then it dries not so vibrant. So I stuff this up a bit, but you'll see how I fix it soon. And had to put that aside to dry for a bit. And it was a beautiful sunny day here, so I just put it in sun. You may be wondering why I've got the word luge stamped on my hand. It's because we went up to Skyline, which is in Queenstown, and went luge riding today. Our niece was up, and we just had a really amazing weekend with her. It's actually Labour Day here in New Zealand, so we've had a 3-day weekend, which has been lovely. So here, yeah, you would have seen, I'm sorry, my video has stopped, but I don't know why iMovie's doing that. But anyway, what I've missed is watching myself stick this down. And so there you can see the top of the one, or the left-hand side of the one, doesn't have any splatters on it. So I will be remedying that in a second. Yeah, my iMovie is really being annoying because it keeps freezing on me, but it's still recording, so it's very bitsy when I'm trying to watch this back and do this voiceover. So here I'm wanting to cover up that grid paper because I don't want to get any mixed media or any splatters on there. I think I'll get one tiny little gold bit to the left there, probably because I can't be bothered and can't be bothered covering it up, but it doesn't matter, it's fine. So there, yeah, I cover it because I realise I really don't want the pink because it is a bit more intense to go up there. So there you go, you'd never know that I'd made that mistake, and once I put all those bits and pieces down, you'd never know anyway. So I yeah, was looking at this and thought it really is quite plain, it needs something. It's too late to stitch because I'm running out of time, and also I think it would be quite difficult with having that part popped up. If I were to stitch now, I'd end up stitching it back down, which would defeat the purpose of the foam. So I decided to do some of my doodling, just drawing around the edges. Doesn't have to be perfect, and if you go around again and make it imperfect, it actually covers up the mistakes that you make. So video is frozen again. I hope it's not frozen for you. I'm sure it's not. So here I'm just going around again, and you know, it looks a bit raw, a bit not that great at the moment, but once I put my photo on and add all those little bits and pieces inside and then do my other embellishing, it will be fine. So placing my photo, placing my elements, deciding that I don't have time to be fussy about where things are going. I just need to stick them down and commit. And obviously with these little pieces of ephemera, it's fine because they're not stickers. So what I've done is work with the bigger pieces first, which is these ephemera pieces, and then work with the sticker sheet, the 6x12 sticker sheet, and then I come in with the tiny little stickers that you get. I think you get 8 sheets of stickers. So these are the cardstock stickers, and they are so super cute. I'm really glad I got this collection. I often don't go for cutesy, but I think it works obviously with little kids. So when my kids are older, I don't know if I'll still go for cutesy, but at the moment I just want to embrace the style that's working for me. And I think Christmas, because it is so themey, it's probably the only real themey scrapbooking that I do in terms of the product matching photos. Although I should say probably winter I would go themey as well, because I'd use the snow parts of Christmas collections that don't work here in New Zealand. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is cutesy and themed scrapbooking work really well together. So I forgot to say that, of course, I had to buy her this little, like a romper onesie with a little Santa details on it. You have to, of course, when you have a baby at Christmas. And yeah, so cute. So here I'm wanting to get some sort of medium-sized stickers on, candy cane, those beautiful leaves, adding a bit more gold because I've done the gold splatters. I'm not wanting to totally cover up that the background, not because I've done the splatters, but just because I like the effect that I'm creating. So this little falala, what is it? I always get confused with labels and tags. It's a tag with a little banner edge. I've put some foam underneath part of it, and then I've just put some twine on the end, and I love that little bit of texture that it adds. I also like that I've added that Christmas tree at the base and then put some presents near it as well. So I'm not really trying to create a certain scene, but in that part of the one, I think I am. That little bear was adorable, and I thought, because it's got a bow on it, it shows that she's a girl. You know, when babies, when you dress them in something that could work for boys or girls, which this little Santa thing does, and because she's so new, she could look like a boy, so I thought that that little bear was cute, just to make her, well, I guess to make you think or know that she's a girl. But of course it's going in her album that has all her photos in it, so we know she's a girl. That is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, just having a look and trying to work out what's going to work. Trying not to go for too much of the winter themed product, although I did put the snowflakes in because they're gold. And I think, you know, snowflakes really are kind of a universal Christmas theme, I guess. We would still put them on our Christmas tree even though it doesn't snow here. It can snow here, and it has once, but not right down to where we live, just on the mountains. So these are the tiny little stickers, and they're adorable. And I'm just wanting to place them in the gaps. I'm wanting them to look like they just fit in. I'm not sort of shoving them too, or not. What am I trying to say? I'm not overlapping anything too much. I'm just working with the gaps that I have, and then looking at the sticker sheet to work out what would work. So I've also added those gold stars just in 3 areas, just for that, I guess, clustering effect. And now I'm just adding my journaling. With my other children, I've put loads of detail about, you know, milestones and stuff. But because she's only a month old, the biggest milestone by 1 month for Ava was that she smiled. And although she's not smiling in this photo, I do have another photo where she is smiling. But I decided to use this photo because it showed off little Santa suit. So I have those other photos of her smiling, and I can definitely make another page for her general baby album. But this, the album that I'm focusing on and the pages that I'm focusing on in this series are for her month by month first year. So yeah, I'm just adding some black colour shine now. It dries quite subtly, just covering the elements I don't want splatters on and trying not to go too full on. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you head on over to Danni's channel, and I've linked it below. Thanks guys for watching. I'll be back again soon.